My name is Frank Poulsen. I'm a filmmaker from Denmark.
Yes, I think you called here.
The thing is that I would like to come to visit you in Nokia headquarters and make an interview about your corporate responsibility. So maybe you can refer me to some or transfer me to some spokesperson in.
Unfortunately, no, I can't do that.
My first phone was a Nokia, and I've used Nokia ever since. At one point I had a Sony Ericsson, but I couldn't get used to it, so I changed it back to a Nokia.
Can I ask you just one? The question is, I've heard that minerals used in mobile phones is coming from the Eastern Congo.
I'm not familiar with what you're describing, so I need to do a little bit of research before I can give any answer on camera.
Sorry.
No interviews.
No interviews?
No interviews.
Why not?
Press conference happening at 10:30.
10:30?
It's invite only, I'm afraid.
Can it really be true that our phones contain minerals that are financing war in the Congo? And if the world has known about this for a long time, hasn't anybody done anything about it? Or is the Congo just too far away? I can't live with the fact that my phone might be financing war. I can't just keep on using my phone to send loving SMSs to my wife or talk to my daughters if it has cost life in the Congo. If there's blood in my mobile. My phone company are renowned for their social responsibility. They will know whether there are blood minerals in my phone or not.
Hello, we need to visit Nokia.
Okay, who's your Nokia host?
We have no host.
You haven't been registered?
No.
Okay, in that case I need to register you.
Yes.
Can I get a business card or?
Yeah.
Discuss that with our comms person because they know better
What topic are you interested in
I'm interested in this because I heard that minerals used in mobile phones is coming from the Eastern Congo and has been financing the war there.
Okay.
And that this is a big problem for the mobile industry as such.
Well, I can take you to that area and the girls over there can sort you out so you'll be able to speak with someone.
Okay.
I'll call my colleague there and tell her that you're on your way.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't have anybody who can comment on that here available today.
Okay.
When I'm happy to take your contact details and we'll make sure that we'll get back to you on a topic that you're interested in.
Sorry if I...
It's better if we book the time separately for this.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye. Yes, hello, my name is Frank Poulsen. I would like to speak to somebody from communications.
Hold the line, please. So, there's no one who can help you at the moment.
Okay, but who is it that I should speak to?
I'm actually at the moment in a meeting. I don't have any contact person. We have just this one phone number here. I don't know exactly where the best person for you to speak to, where that person would be located. So, it's possible that that person could be located somewhere else, or...
I can't take your call right now, but if you please leave a message or in urgent matters, please send SMS. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Why is it they won't talk to me? Is it because they are using blood minerals? If that is true, it hardly matches their description of themselves as a human corporation. If there are blood minerals in my phone, it paints a completely new picture of Nokia. Maybe Nokia aren't as socially responsible as I thought they were. I'm on my way to the Congo. I want to see where these minerals are coming from and to see with my own eyes if they are financing war. Congo was made a private slave colony 100 years ago by the Belgian King Leopold II. He became one of the richest men in the world by selling rubber from the Congo to Western companies. It was the beginning of the industrialization, and the booming car industry was completely dependent on rubber from the Congo. Today, the Congo is one of the poorest countries in the world, even though the country is so rich on natural resources. During the last 15 years, more than 5 million people have died in the eastern Congo in a war between several armed groups. And it is estimated that not less than 300,000 women have been raped. How do I find my way into the mining business in a place like this? I managed to arrange a meeting with Mr. Kambe, who is a high-ranking official in the Congolese Ministry of Mining. Hopefully he can send me in the right direction.
It will be best to have my image tomorrow, not this night. This night I'm not working.
No, you're not working.
I take my beer.
Yes, you're taking beer.
Tala, pangusawa no ki. Bonjour, monsieur le chef de département. Oui, oui. Ok, c'est bien. Pascal. Oui, bonjour. Oh, Makungu. Bonjour à tous. Here we have a sample of cassiterite come from Kivu. Here we have a stamp of coltan come from Kivu. Is used in electronic mobile phone, for instance.
Kambe says I have to go to the Kivu provinces to look for blood minerals. He tells me that he also owns a private company. He's not only working for the ministry, he gets paid by foreign mining corporations for helping them obtain mining licenses from his own ministry. But don't you think there's isn't there a conflict of interest being both working for the ministry and for the private sector? I mean, you're sitting on both sides of the table.
It's good because I have two experience. I can use my experience, private experience here, and I can use my experience here for my private society.
But I mean, in my country, in Denmark, it would be illegal to be working as a civil servant in a ministry of mining and then be a private miner as well.
I haven't a decision.
Who has?
I don't know. That's political. I'm not a politician. I'm scientific and a businessman, not a politician.
Merci.
The only safe way to fly in the Congo is with the UN peacekeeping forces. I'm on my way to Goma in North-Kivu. I don't know if the Kivus is the right place to go, but I don't have any other leads. seems like the right place to look for blood minerals. There is no other place in the world where the UN has so many peacekeeping troops. Their mission is to protect the civilians against the violence of the armed groups, but the blue helmets, as they are called, rarely go far from the major towns, and they always stick to the main road. The UN must know who is making money on the minerals here. I go to the UN headquarters. I'm meeting Major Raman, who is in charge of the area called Walikali. I need to know the exact whereabouts of the mines and if the minerals produced there are financing armed groups.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, gentlemen, this enlargement placed opposite you depicts the area of Walikali territory. This is a very important area as far as the mining and the natural resources are concerned. There are two important localities in this area of responsibility. One is Bisie and another is Kilambo. Cassiterite and bauxite, these are the two minerals which are being excavated. Bisie, approximately 15 to 20,000 people are employed in the profession of carrying the minerals and mining as well. And minerals which are excavated in this area are brought to the roadheads of Jingala, Osokari and Mubi. For a man with load, it takes 2 days to reach either of the roadhead.
Armed groups in this area, would you talk about that?
No, I cannot speak though. Frank,
okay.
Will you excuse me please? I'll speak only the facts which are there with me.
Okay, so you won't talk about
Yeah, I'll be speaking about the Kilambo and the construction of this airstrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bisie, I already told you these are the two minerals which are being excavated in this area.
Okay. Yeah. But you can't say that it's financing the...
You see, I've listed out the government agencies which are there.
But you can't say that it's financing?
No.
Okay, it's all right.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah. Anything particular?
I think we're there.
Yeah.
Actually.
Just have something.
Yeah, okay.
Just sip it down.
Why won't Major Raman tell me that the armed groups are financed by mining when it has been stated in several reports from the UN Security Council? What is he afraid of? I get the feeling that even the UN is threatened here. Of the hundreds of mines spread out on this territory, the mine in Bisie is apparently the biggest. And it has earned a bloody history in recent years. I want to go there and see the mine with my own eyes. The question is if I can get the UN to fly me out there. For that, I need to talk to Sylvie from the press office.
You fly over and for hours, it's like a broccoli crop, Yeah. It's just like trees, you don't see anything, and every once in a while you see a little bit of those broccoli fields destroyed, and it's a mine.
Even though the UN is very carefully about commenting on what goes on, they don't seem to have a problem flying me to Walikali.
I don't think Shama will take the film.
Okay.
We are going to Bisie in Walikali.
Yes.
Where they kill people.
Yeah.
Pay attention, anything can happen.
Yeah, sure.
These people are uncontrolled. Yes, sure. So anything can happen, man. And you will be deep in the forest, 90 kilometers in the forest. It's not a joke. So be careful, be careful.
Zameto kabi journée oyo na maboko na yo, ete journée oyo kimia ya likolo, ekitila moko na moko na katila bomo na biso.
It'll take a couple of days for the UN to do the paperwork necessary for me to get on a helicopter to Walikali.
I'm the big evangelist.
How do I get the information the UN won't give me? I find the bar in Goma where the white people go. I want to know what the connection is between the mining and the armed groups. I'm told that it can be dangerous to ask too many questions here. But I find some guys who are working for MPC, Mining Processing Company, and I decide to get drunk with them. The next morning I wake up in the house of one of them. Barneman doesn't want to be interviewed, but last night he told me that the company he works for actually owns the mining license for the mine in Walikali, where I want to go. He says that none of his colleagues want to be interviewed either. But that afternoon he takes me to their office anyway.
Yes.
Okay, my finger, Goma, that's where we are. Okay? And the blue patches, they are the original Sakima. In other words, they are what they call exploitation permits of the main tin, tungsten concessions. And these are a spillover from the Belgium colonial days when they were mining.
Where can you tell about these different kind of armed groups that are in this area?
Well, it's actually quite dynamic because we've done some exploration recently here, and the geologists moved in here, and then suddenly they came out of the bush, and the main road from there all the way to Lubuntu, 30 kilometers of that road now was controlled by the Simba, and they were taking $30 tax for you to pass through. So, and then there'll obviously be the 85th Brigade will have blocks somewhere along this road. You'll also have General Nkunda's crowd somewhere around here. You'll have the Interahamwe in the mountains there. They will be taking taxes off of you. So it's very dynamic. They set up in a place, they maintain it for a while, then they'll close off and move somewhere else. So from Goma to Bisie mine is where my finger is. We're looking at about 170 kilometers by plane. And Walikali, where you are actually, Walikali, there's actual Walikali itself, which is about 130 kilometers by plane straight.
And where's Bisie?
And Bisie is up there.
And do you consider it dangerous to go to Bisie? I mean, also for me as a filmmaker to go there and make a film.
It depends on the people, how drunk they are, how much money they want.
The people from MPC have waited more than 2 years to get access to Bisie, while different armed groups have been in control of the mine. Right now, Bisie is controlled by a unit of the Congolese army, FRDC. According to the people from MPC, the National Army is acting in the same way as the armed groups.
Colonel Sammy is a prick.
Listen, I can still hear you, huh? Come again. What were you saying?
No, we were just mentioning, who do you believe in this country, huh?
Yeah. So tell me, who should I believe?
Us. Of course.
What are you saying? Who should I believe?
Us.
Why?
Yes. Well, we personally haven't really got much to gain from it apart from our salaries. We're employed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bernard, whom I met at the UN press office, calls me. A massacre has occurred in the mine in Bisie in Walikali. Bernard works for the UN press office, but he's not allowed to give statements on behalf of the UN. We agree that I can come to his house and he will talk to me as a private person.
S'il vous plaît, chef. Vous êtes de la presse ou comment?
Si, oui.
Quelle presse?
La presse, on a tous les voitures.
Come again.
Monsieur, s'il vous plaît, c'est pas bon. Hein? Hey, chauffeur, arrêtez votre moteur. Chauffeur, arrêtez monteur na yo. Chauffeur, arrêtez votre moteur. Vous allez arrêter de tester. Prends un soda. Arrêtez monteur na yo. Je veux savoir, il y a un moulin là, on va après ça. Il y a un bon moto là. Hein? Arrêtez moto na yo.
La personne autorisation là.
Arrêtez moto na yo, non chauffeur.
Moteur les a un problème. Est-ce que moteur a un problème? Autorisation ezali. Autorisation yango wana ezali.
C'est quoi là?
It seems that a group of Mai coming from 40 kilometers away came to loot, the diggers, the people who were digging in the forest. Digging for whom? We don't have any idea. And is it true that it is the Mai, or is it the FDLR who came back to try to take back their, what they consider their goods? The coltan, the cassiterite, everything that they are taking from Bisie. From Bisie, you know. Who is selling it, you know? It was under control of FDLR. Can you imagine? And then it's the Congolese. The Congolese businessmen. It's the Congolese businessmen who used to come and buy and then bring it to Goma. Goma to Rwanda or Uganda, Uganda to Europe. To do what? Mobile phone computers. So you understand? And after that, from the money, they buy guns. Of course, they buy guns to continue war. Just today, you know, I've met a woman called Masika. She has been raped 3 times. The first time they killed her husband just in front of her, cutting her in pieces, little piece. And then they asked her to put all the pieces, okay, like this, and to sleep on the pieces. And they raped her on the pieces of her husband. Can't imagine. They asked her if she had eaten chewing gum. She said yes. They took the penis of her husband, you know, the head, and they put it in her mouth. Asked her to eat chewing gum. You can't imagine what is going on now. Walikale, I think you are going there, but pay attention. Be careful. But because, you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Because if you discover, for example, something wrong with FRDC, you see, you are in problem. If you find something wrong with FDLR, you are in problem. If you find something wrong with my and you film it, and then they see, okay, this can be a danger for us, you are dead. So you are in danger in all the sides. Pay attention.
The next day I go back to Sylvie at the UN headquarters to collect my permit to fly with a helicopter to Walikale.
Plus, be aware, fully aware that the FDLR at the moment are really in a rampage campaign, They are striking very strongly the civilian, and we can't exclude neither the possibility of them striking some foreigners or striking some people. So everything can happen, and there is no way I'm going to send anyone in this kind of mess and quagmire.
But okay, but
so the rule in this specific case is that this is a no-go area, and the debate is closed. I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't know what goes on in Walikale, and it seems very dangerous to go there. I start to doubt whether this whole project was a good idea. But I don't feel ready to give up just yet. To go to Walikale without the protection of the UN, I need permission from the National Army, FRDC. I'm told that I'll never get permission to go to the mines in Walikale because high-ranking officers are making a lot of money from the minerals.
And now, they didn't tell you that you must have something from army.
No, that's why we're here.
That's why we are here. But even, wait, I can... nani, est-ce que Colonel Padiri, Asiakom? Colonel Padiri, okay, no, because there is a commander, Colonel Padiri, who is in charge of operation and intelligence for all region. So it's him who must, I think, that say what we can do. You see, you see this?
No, what is that? Ah, it's you, huh?
Is it me? You see? And you see?
Ah, that's very nice. You see it?
Masai. Yeah, Masai.
You're Masai, yeah?
Yeah, my son who sent me.
Okay.
You know, in the war, you have one aim, is to kill. It is very easy to do administration of the war, than to the peace.
It's easier when it's war than in peace?
Yes. Yes. Why? Because you have to feel soldiers. They don't do anything. They are there only, and they must eat. They must drink. They must wear. To wear. You must give them uniform. But in the war, no. He kills the enemy. He gets uniform. He kills the enemy. He gets boots. He kills the enemy. He have a gun.
Have you been in war, like in fighting?
Yeah. This is for when I'm going to the war. I can't. I must go with this. You see, because this is my blanket. This is my. If you want the peace, you must prepare the war. That's why I keep this for the rain. This is I got it in Uganda. You know this? I got it from Libya. You know, it's a kind of uniform, Libya. You see, from Bangui. I keep.
Wow, you have many, huh?
Yeah. It's a good uniform. A nice uniform, you see. Yeah, go on. You see my signature?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There is a star in it.
Yeah.
You see the star?
Yeah.
Finally, I'm on board one of the small Russian cargo planes that transports the minerals from Walikale to Goma. I know that we are going to land on a small piece of road in the middle of the jungle.
Is it safe to fly this trip, huh?
Yeah, it's safe.
Do you know where this is coming from?
Oh.
This is you're flying with.
Mwe piki mko kufanya game. Unapanda fedha kidogo fulani.
And then I'm stuck again. Also here in Walikali, I have to visit the local authorities, but it is weekend, so I have to wait for Monday morning. Hanging out in the streets in Walikali, I hear a rumor about a boy who has run away from the mine in Bisie during the massacre last week. His name is Chance, he's 16 and he has been working in the Bisie mine for 3 years.
Nilienda kule kwanza juu materi nafunguliwa kwa mwingine niko ifale nione kwanza na mimi. Na nilikuwa pendelea nitumike kazi juu na mimi nijenge ta nyumba yangu. Nilianza tumika kwanza. Niliingia mshimo ya kwanza nikaanza tumika. Me kifukutu tu ndio ilikuwa toka mingi. Na nilikuwa sikawie mshimo. Juu siazoea donc nikikawia nafatu desert dita mimi natoka. Nakia kupumzika kwanza kusikia hewa ya nje. Tena mimi naingia. Na mimi siazoea bado. Njoo nilikuwa siatimiza niliendeaka. Me kuona kisi mimi natachelewa masomo juu ya franga. Umenirudi kwa masomo.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
I require the local authorities' validation of my permits. They are also involved in the mining business and have some authorities over the armed groups. Their stamps serve as a security from some of the armed groups that I might run into on my way.
Okay.
I get the feeling that if I'm going to film in the mine in Bisie, it has to be quick in, quick out. So I need someone who knows the place well. I go to look for Chance to ask him if he will help me. Chance isn't there, but his mother invites me in.
The reason we were interested in Chance is because he came from Bisie. Did he tell you about what he experienced there?
Mimi nashukuru Mungu sana kuona gisi anaponyoka mwa ile hali ya vile. Juu bale bote wenye balikufa kule yeye hakukuwa mzuri kubashinda, lakini Mungu ndio alipenda kumuponesha kwa ile hewa.
I see you go here.
Yes, we talked.
Administration.
Yes, and we also talked to your mother for a long time, huh?
Yeah.
And she agreed that you can come with us to Bisie.
Tunaweza enda mu 45. He's ready at any time.
Okay. Let's go. You coming?
I begin to get a feeling of how big the mine in Bisie must be. These carriers have walked 90 kilometers the last 2 days with 50 kilos on their back. Every day, 600 carriers come out of the woods with 30 tons of minerals from Bisie.
Preza mea huyu daga chiyeri nazigera mwezi onka kiranga linefaranga unakuwa kae.
The carriers warn us. There are many soldiers on the way to Bisie. They advise us to take another path, so we continue on the motorbikes for a couple of hours and then we start to walk. From here, it's 2 days on foot to get to Bisie.
You see that it's nice. How do you feel it?
It's good.
After some really hard days, we reach the path the carriers use. We are right outside the mine now. The 85th Brigade currently controlling the mine is a unit of the Congolese National Army that has gone solo and is operating completely on their own. In front of us, the soldiers have a checkpoint which there is no way around. To get to the mine in Bisie, we have to pass it, and we have no idea how the soldiers are going to react.
Wait! Not. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Okay. Hey. Huh?
Jambo.
What is your name?
My name is Frank.
This is mie mzungu atapita pana kunipatia mimi fra. Acha ti tuko na toka. Mzungu apita tena kufali.
Tukaonana na administrateur territoire, tukaonana na colonel Sani, tukaonana na sasa tulipiga tena bureau, tukaonana na commandant bataillon. Sasa tuko bangapi? Tuko 4 personnes.
Mais nakwambia je suis handicapé. Au nom de ma mère. Allez, donnez-moi 1000 francs. 1000 francs, donnez-moi.
Okay, so this is how the armed groups are making money on the mining. They don't even have to leave the forest. They let the local population do the hard work, and then they impose taxes on everyone. And to get in and out of the mining area, you also have to pay some money. Now I have arrived. Finally, I'm here. This is what I've been looking for. In this place, people die so we can get mobile phones. This mountain is full of improvised mining shafts, and I get a feeling that the whole mountain could collapse at any moment. 5 years ago, this place was only jungle. Today, between 15 to 25,000 people live and work here.
Me, 14.
People come from far away with the dream of making money. But living expenses are so high due to the taxes imposed by the armed groups that most people can't afford to get out again. They are trapped here.
Pardon,
Where you live?
No, this is house.
Okay.
Kula mali yetu. Nangona wasahau. Wa mwizi. Na shuti. Aoneshe les zomba.
Manake balikuwa pigia masasi hapo.
Masasi lilia, batu kudai. Batu mkuu wa farmasi mule kukufa danze. Mtu wa farmasi
pale.
Eh. Banamua anakufa, komanda wa la polisi anakufa. Komanda wa la polisi anadai pale.
Na kwenye walipiga ile bombe ni wapi?
Balipiga tu kile kipale hapa. Furi. Haikuepo.
Njoo wapi na kwa
Mwezi mkimuona sama ligulu waibu wote hapa.
The mine which Chance worked in until recently is almost 100 meters deep. Chance has told me that it takes such long time to crawl down and up again that he sometimes stayed down there for a week without coming up. Every month, people die here when one of these holes collapses.
Mshuke ashimame tena pale. Sasa mshuke hivi tena ashimame pale.
Jambo bra.
Nianza kamera papa.
Habari ya sai.
Bwana, usishuke hivi. Shuka kwanza usini kamera sai.
Wewe uko unaenda wapi wewe? Wewe.
Makamba ko kabia zate
mkamita.
Wento bosaka ba biloko ya tengani ka ba biloko ya nate. Yo hier n'est pas dit qu'on filme. On doit des ordres à pas.
Ibrahim.
Na boy ba biloko na bikela ko pa ko kata ko. Bon ngana tindo filme ngai. Ngana tindo filme po na nini? O filme ngai po na nini? O filme ngai po na nini? Ngana biso filme ngai. Kaba na bikela ko bo. Na ko bo mango. Ngana na biso filme ngai. Na biso filme ngai. Ngana biso filme ngai. Ba biloko esanga tina bo. Sasa bulo ngani mu na biso filme ngai. No mwambie kwa bei ya tomboka.
Fatana mkuu. Go.
Unaenda Bulaya.
Ibu tuelewana.
Bali patia makrane yake kwa pale kuza. Leta ya kuza.
Faut comprendre ici dans la mangue kimpiachu.
Mayana tia.
Wanatia nini?
Wale wanapatia pinisha kutembea na miguu.
Chance pito.
Walipe ni franga nyingi huko kutembea na hivi.
Anza tu mwanzo ya tamburu haiko chance peke.
Ile ya chini ni kasi. Malaki wakati mko mnashuka kasi mnafuata ni chini tu. Bora kukibambazi ambaye
Chini na abuza filme kwa kimoto
Sasa mzee, unaona kama kazi inaendelea. Magumu gani mtu anayochapa? Chance, unajua kama ilikataziwa watoto wadogo kuja kutumika makazi ya nje. Inakataziwa sana. Angalie, ile ndio cassiterite. Bauxite. Ile ndio kasi. Sasa chimba kasi. Inalomba mabitu gani kabisa mtu anaweza kuwa nayo. Hapo ndio na madam. Just miss naonesha. Hauna budget.
Is this really so different from what happened during the reign of King Leopold? Isn't this almost the same as slavery? I have just been in one mine, and there are hundreds of these mines spread out all over the eastern Congo. Bisie alone is estimated to produce minerals worth $70 million a year. 100 years ago, Nokia was a rubber boot factory, getting their rubber from King Leopold's slave colony. Today, Nokia is one of the biggest corporations in the world. Every third phone on the planet is a Nokia. Nokia are market leaders in social responsibility. If they are using the blood minerals, the whole business is likely to do it. Dear Nokia, tell me that you have learned from your mistakes in the past. Promise me that you're not involved in this.
Hello. I'm here to see Arja Suominen.
Hey, could you please sign in?
Yes.
Frank
Poulsen.
Okay, Arya is in a meeting the whole day. So, do you have a meeting with her? Or?
Yes, we wrote a long time ago saying that we were coming. So she knows. This I can't sign.
Sorry?
Because it says I'm not allowed to film. You also work in communication,
yes, I do.
so
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And you surely must have heard about the situation in Congo.
I'm concentrating on the Finnish medium.
But maybe you can go and find somebody we can
try
talk
to do my
Yes.
best, and I will come back.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
You didn't sign it. NDA.
Yeah, I have it here because I can't sign this. I signed it, but it's just that
Yes, but it is. No.
No, this is mine. Huh?
No, it is.
You can't take my signature without me.
Okay, you can put it. Okay, but I show you. I don't take it. This is because you can use all the information what we give you here.
Yeah.
But if you suddenly heard something, so you can't. Because.
Excuse me. But can I please have this back? This is,
Yeah, but you can't go inside this house without your signature.
No. But then we'll have to make an agreement to that I can film, because I can't sign that I'm not filming because I'm here to make a film.
I'm truly sorry. I was not able to find any spokesman. I'm truly sorry.
So?
Yeah, we are not able to arrange an interview here.
I mean,
yeah, but those people who know the case are either in traveling or then in meeting somewhere. I have been able to reach.
I feel a little bit frustrated.
Yeah,
I came
I
all
do
this way,
understand your
and I've been
point.
trying for a year.
Yeah.
I have to make this
Yeah.
film, and I really need a response from Nokia because you are my phone company. And as a consumer, as a citizen in this world, I'm very concerned about this.
I do understand also your point, but I'm truly sorry, but I wasn't able to arrange you an interview.
but I also have to. I know you're just doing your job, and I'm also just trying to do my job, and I can't leave here before I get an interview or at least an appointment to have an interview. Yes, hello. Can I speak to Pekka Isusompi? Yes, but it's because I was really. Sorry.
I'm allowing you to film.
So because I didn't want to write, that I'm, signing that I'm not filming.
Yes, but it's fine now that I'm here.
Okay. Wow, this is a nice place. Huh? So we are in.
All right. So.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So.
We have taken action since 2001 on these issues, where we first became aware of the fact that a raw material called coltan coming from Congo can be turned into tantalum, and tantalum is a material that is used in mobile phones, but also in all other electronic products.
Of course. Yes.
And then we went to our suppliers, meaning companies who manufacture parts that are used in mobile phones, and asked them that, can you trace where tantalum that you're using is coming from? But we very quickly realized that there's a huge challenge in tracing metals. There is no mechanism to be 100% sure where the raw material is coming from. There's no labeling. You cannot trace or test from the material that which of the part of this particular metal is coming from which mines. It's impossible. And how can we, if we have a requirement, how can we then make sure that that requirement goes through the supply chain? And there we need mechanisms, and these we are now developing. So there's a big challenge there. Okay, but it's a serious issue. We work on this, and we hope that there will be a resolution that will deliver the things that we can securely say that we have a responsible supply chain.
Nokia has known about blood minerals for 10 years. They launch a new phone every third month, and they sell them all over the world, also in Congo. And then they tell me they don't know where their minerals come from. They say that it's not possible to trace the minerals in my phone. But it's possible to trace all kinds of things. You can, for example, trace a human being from a single hair or a drop of spit.
Ja, Stilleweg 2 in Hannover, ja?
Yes.
Bitte schön.
Okay, thank you very much.
I go to Hanover in Germany to visit the Federal Institute of Natural Resources and Geological Science.
Hello. I have an appointment with Dr. Frank Melcher.
Dr. Frank Melcher?
Yes.
Melcher. Melcher. Warte, Herr Dr. Melcher, Sie haben hier Besuch. Jawohl, bitte.
Voila, come in.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Frank.
I'm also Frank.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Hi. So, hello. So Simon, he is a PhD student. He's working on the tin.
Yes.
So he is looking into options to fingerprint cassiterite.
Yes.
Okay. And Thorsten, he is knowledgeable about the coltan. So he
okay.
was working on the coltan.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We will drill a small hole into that sample using a laser. So we would scan over such a sample for about 2-3 hours, and we will analyze the volume for its composition. This is the fingerprint, okay? And this is very typical for Bisie. Here is Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda. Bisie would be somewhere here. Okay, here's Walikale. Bisie would be somewhere here. Basically almost in the white area here where there's no geology. So for every grain that we analyze here, we get the formation age, a geological age. And we can say, oh, this material must come from the DRC, or it must come from Mozambique or whatever, because we know exactly how old these grains should be. Okay? So this is the trick about that machine.
So it is technically possible to trace the raw minerals. That means you have to trace them before they are smelted into metals. The smelting typically takes place in Malaysia, where Nokia's suppliers buy the metals to make the components Nokia needs. The German method makes it possible to certify the minerals in the same way as it has been done with diamonds.
Hi. Global Witness, is it here? 6th floor. Okay.
Could this be a solution for Nokia and the rest of the industry? Before I go back to Nokia, I go to see Annie from Global Witness, an organization working to break the link between natural resources and armed conflict.
What do you think about this fingerprinting method?
It's an interesting idea, but it's an extremely long-term proposition. It takes years to put together some kind of intergovernmental certification scheme. You know, our sense is that these ideas are worth pursuing, but not to the detriment of immediate answers, immediate action. I mean, the situation in Eastern Congo is urgent. It has been urgent for many, many years now. So we need both. We need short-term, immediate solutions that can change the situation on the ground, and we need medium to long-term solutions. On this page of their website, Nokia has, again, said a number of positive things. They talk about reviewing standards, they talk about being involved in the work of industry bodies. We welcome these steps. Of course, we're not going to reject them, but at this point, it's too little, too late, and not fast enough. We want Nokia to actually prove to their consumers, so to publish on their website or elsewhere, exactly what they're doing. What are the contracts that they have with their suppliers? What kind of proof do their suppliers bring to them?
People hide behind the fact that they are big companies and they have their selected suppliers, and this is kind of, that's what gives them the edge, in this very difficult market, who they're getting the stuff from and how much they're paying for it. But at the end of the day, I mean, we need to know, in the light of what goes on in the Congo, we need to know where the stuff is coming from, and one of these very easy steps is for them to put it on their website.
The Congo can't wait to get a certification of the minerals. Until now, 5 million people have died in Congo in a war primarily financed by the electronic industry. Global Witness has a very simple solution. The phone industry can publish their supply chain. If Nokia won't do this, I will never find out if there's blood in my mobile.
Watch out for the floor so that you don't get slippery.
Sarah, my contact at Nokia, arranges for me to talk to a woman called Abby, working directly with the supply chain.
Hello, I'm Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Nice to meet you.
I have to say that with all the benefits that mobile communication can deliver, it is frustrating that the change is not faster when it comes to the challenges within the DRC. I believe that as sort of Nokia, as an individual company, and then also working at an industry level, that we are working then as fast as we can to be part of a solution. I think the thing is that it's unfortunately it's not just down to industry alone. Nokia. I wish Nokia could solve this, but we can't. I think we need to be a little bit humble here and say that it really relies.
As one of the biggest companies in the world, you're on a top 100 list of biggest companies in the world. I mean, humbleness is a little bit strange to me when you have 100,000 employees worldwide, and you are big. You are the biggest player in the mobile industry, at least. I mean, every third phone in the world is a Nokia.
We are, yeah. But I think that's the thing. As a global company and as a market leader, we have a responsibility to be part of the solution as an individual company, but then also help drive things at an industry level. For sure, it is tricky. If we knew the answer, we would have done it a long time ago.
But one of the recommendations made by several NGOs is to have more transparency. to put out your supply chain on your website, for instance.
Yeah.
Why don't you do this? I mean, this is something that you could do tomorrow.
Yeah, we are committed to improving our transparency, and we have seen.
But isn't it true? I mean, it would be very easy just to demand from your suppliers that they also publish their suppliers, and then publish all the whole supply chain, and that would really make a great difference in tracing these illegal minerals and the conflict minerals.
Well, I mean, there are sort of confidential sort of sensitivities in publishing sort of supplier names, both sort of for Nokia and for the suppliers as well.
You mean because of competition from other phone companies?
It could be competition or sort of new technologies, issues like that. So there are factors to consider when deciding to make a sort of list available.
So what we're talking about is we have, on one hand, we have the competition, which is a race to get profit. Am I right? Competition is about profit.
Yeah.
It's about getting the best profit. And on the other hand, we have dying children in Africa, raped women, millions of dead. And this is what I mean, this is just to understand the dilemma here, because the recommendation from several NGOs is to publish your supply chain.
Yeah.
And what you're telling me, the reason why we're not doing it is because we want to make more money?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm simplifying it, I know, but in a way, isn't it so? I mean,
I don't think we can compare. I can't see how we can compare. Of course, we need to be doing everything that is possible to stop or to use our influence to address the issues. We are looking at how we can be more transparent and maybe in the future, but at the moment there are issues then or sort of sensitivities then both for Nokia and on the supplier side that need to be sort of worked out.
I feel like throwing out my phone, but I'm addicted to it. I still want to be able to call home and hear how the family is doing. Apparently, there isn't a single phone on the market which is guaranteed conflict mineral free. I want Nokia to take responsibility for the minerals they use. I go to the US. Over there, they're working on a law in Congress that will make blood minerals illegal. First, I visit a group of campaigners called Raise Hope for Congo. They are some of the architects behind the bill. They are experienced in pressuring big corporations, and they seem very serious.
Yeah, welcome, and I'll give you a little tour and introduce you to people.
Yes.
This is Chloe. Chloe is our office manager.
Hello.
So, this is where our interns sit. So there's one of our lovely interns now. So this is Laura. Laura, this is Frank and Lars.
Hi.
Everybody's wearing the same t-shirt.
We always do, actually.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, these are their campaign t-shirts. David Sullivan here is our in-house conflict minerals expert.
Hello. Why would they hesitate, do anything about this?
Well, I mean, it costs them money. Audits cost some money. This is a time of recession, so they say that their sales are falling. Though if you look at the latest figures, actually, all the cell phone companies have increased their sales over the last year. It is really a wonder why they haven't taken more steps on this conflict minerals issue. I think they need to see more public pressure in order to feel like, okay, we need to take action.
Yeah, but I mean, if the people sitting in Finland controlling Nokia, they know about this and they keep on doing it, what does that tell us about these people?
I mean, I think part of the challenge in terms of when you're trying to actually to compel these companies to change their policies and devote real resources to a problem like this, is that at the one time you're trying to to sort of pressure them, and at the other time, you're also trying to work with them. All of these companies have their corporate social responsibility departments whose job it is to meet with people like us and try to convince us that they're doing the right thing. And those most of those people, you talk to them, they're appalled about what's going on in BCA mine. They don't want their company to have any association with that. They want to try to be able to fix it, but also generally they tend to be a kind of mid-level corporate responsibility person in the company who doesn't have the authority, who doesn't have the budget, who doesn't have the ability to really demand the resources from the company that are commensurate to the problem in Congo.
The people from Raise Hope for Congo emphasizes the importance on working on multiple fronts. They not only lobby the industry, but also on a political level. Simultaneously, they are creating awareness in the public through an internet campaign.
They are circulating.
Okay.
Of course.
We launched a campaign called Raise Hope for Congo that's basically advocating for an end to the scourge of conflict minerals.
One of the founders of the campaign, John Prendergast, organizes celebrity activism and travels the country giving speeches on the situation in Congo and the connection to our phones. He is a former advisor for the Clinton administration.
Where do we go? Hey, excuse me. Hey.
Can he finish?
Yeah. Okay, sorry, you can finish.
This issue makes my heart sing. And I wholeheartedly believe that if we come together and we use our voices to make change, we can become the first college in the nation to go conflict mineral free.
People always talk about all these countries are so corrupt. Well, who's buying? Left to their own devices, these companies most likely aren't going to change behavior until, as you know better than anyone, until there's consumer demand for change. Thank you, sir.
Great.
Thank you very much. How you doing? Wow, that guy knows what he's doing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, nice to meet you.
We're doing Darfur Thursday, right?
That's cool. All right, great.
Thank you.
All right, sure, my pleasure.
I was noticing yesterday when you were giving your speech that you're not saying publish your supply chain to the companies. You're saying if you make a phone that you can prove that is conflict mineral free, we'll buy it. Is there a difference between
There's transparency, so publishing the supply chain is one element of it, but it's not enough. If Apple and Walmart and a few of these big companies say, actually, within a year, we want to see conflict-free products, and if we don't see it, we're going to figure out a way to get our stuff ourselves. The refiners are going to do what they got to do. It's human nature. This isn't like this isn't some attack. I mean, this is just the way businesses run. They got to keep their costs down, and if they can get it from some slave labor, they're going to get it from slave labor until somebody blows the whistle and says, "Wait a minute, you're causing slavery by what you're doing." They're like, "Oh, sorry, we'll stop." So I'm very disturbed when I hear that people say they're already doing all they can. It's disingenuous, it's inaccurate, and it just slows down the effort to try to get a solution. And so, who suffers from that kind of deception is the people in Congo.
Finally, I'm on my way to meet the politician who initiated the bill in the US Congress.
10:35. 35. It's 10:37 to. Okay. Jim Dermot. We head to see McDermott?
All right, let me go grab him.
We follow you or are we waiting?
No, just one moment.
Okay, thanks.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm Ed.
I'm Frank.
It's good to meet you.
Nice to
So
meet you.
we're finished up a meeting. Have you
Yes.
read it? You guys know. Are you gonna film like the whole walking through and everything like that?
If it's okay with you, we have been doing this all the way through Congo and
All the way
everywhere, yeah, and
Okay.
through.
So yeah, no, can you just turn it off for just?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Why don't I put my coat on, huh?
Okay.
So what he was just explaining is he's traveled, you've gone to Congo, and this would be sort of like all right, you've seen all these atrocities, here's what you were sort of offering the solution. This is what you're supposed to be the happy ending-ish, happy-ish ending.
Something like that.
All right. When you think about how you can stop the mayhem that's going on to people and the awful things that are being perpetrated on women and children particularly, but on everyone, one of the best ways is to get your hand on the money and stop it. And so we've put this bill together to say that you have to use minerals that have come from a traditional, legitimate source, not through the back door of these warlords stealing and using people and using it to fight a guerrilla warfare. So it's from my point of view, you cannot reap the benefits of civilization on the backs of that kind of cruelty and awful treatment of human beings. And we have to do what we can to stop it.
I believed that we had some values in our part of the world. Some virtues we could be proud of. The mobile industry is still growing explosively. Today, half the world's population has a mobile phone. I have most likely been paying for war ever since I bought my first mobile phone 15 years ago. In the same period, Nokia has grown into one of the biggest corporations in the world. I want to talk to the CEO of Nokia. Nokia are no worse than their competitors, but I want my company to do more to ensure that the madness in Congo doesn't continue.
Hello again. Yes, we have an appointment with Sarah Taravainen. Yes.
Would you please sign in so I'm
Yes.
Sarah, my contact at Nokia, has reluctantly agreed that I can come back to their headquarters one last time. The CEO won't talk to me. I get half an hour to interview the director of Nokia's Department for Social Responsibility.
Hey, Pekka.
Hello.
Let me introduce you to Frank.
Frank. Nice to meet you. So what I'm here for is because I realize that, of course, people here in Nokia, they don't have small horns in their forehead, and they are not like evil people thinking that it's good that children are suffering in Congo. But either way, this problem has been known for 10 years now, something like that, also here in Nokia. What have Nokia done since 2001?
We've been working with the industry association called Bisie, which is a consortium of electronics manufacturers, and we've commissioned a study, and we've been working with some of the NGOs, and we've been in discussion with the supplier associations of these metals, and the way what we try to achieve in the first place is to scope the problem in its entirety. So it's not just claims, but rather a comprehensive understanding of the flows of materials throughout the value chain.
I mean, you are sitting here talking about first step, and it's 10 years ago you realized this, and you're still talking about first step.
Well, what I'm saying is the first step here is about the international community to actually doing something. It's not sufficient for us to do anything on our own. It's our sort of influence and the power in this situation is very much limited to our fraction of purchase of these materials.
So what do you think I should? I mean, I've been following these teenage boys in Walikale. What should I? Because I've been telling them that I'm coming here to film you guys and the way that you're suffering, and then I will go to Nokia and talk to them about, because they are the ones making a profit from your work, and now I'm here in Nokia, and what can I tell these boys? I mean, what do you think? What is
if we look at the near future?
Well, I think you can always tell, and I think that's very important, that there's always hope, and there's a hope for better future, but the solution is of course complex, and the road there is very complex, and societies don't develop quickly, but the most important thing is that we have a concern, and I think the concern is not just among companies, it's among consumers, citizens, which means to governments, and I'm optimistic, as a matter of fact, that there will be a solution ahead. It's not going to be an easy one, and it's going to be a simple one, and it can't be solved by simply doing little tricks here and there. But it's a sustainable long-term solution.
Yeah, it's a long road, but so it will take years before these boys that I've met will see any changes. That is one thing, and so this is like this is a hard thing to tell them, I think, that I have to go and say, well, you risk your life making this film. We were hoping for that it could, maybe change something. I can't, I have to tell you that it's not very likely that it will be very soon. Huh?
I actually have much bigger hopes for your own film, actually. I think your film has a great opportunity to bring these things into attention in the Western world. I think, you shouldn't be too pessimistic about your opportunities here. But I think our time is now very much up, and I have to move forward.
Yes.
Sorry, I need to take care of your schedule and then
Sure.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's 2 o'clock, so
Sorry,
to catch your plane.
I've got a flight to catch.
Yeah.
Since I've been working with this for so long, and this is my one chance of talking to you guys, because you have some very harsh critics out there in the NGO world. And they say that nothing is really happening in this area, that there's a lot of rhetoric, there's a lot of words, but not very much action. And many years has passed. This is not a new problem. This is something that has been known for almost last 10 years now. And I was really hoping that they would in some way, admit, because that's the only chance of coming good out of this, is to say, we admit we haven't been doing enough, or we admit that this is, that we have, that in some way,
Why would we admit something just for you to get a good film if we don't feel that we have anything to admit?